Enter a brand new chapter of Hummer's storied history. Introducing the new companion to the H1 flagship, the 2003 H2. Rugged, refined, and destined to be renowned, the H2 is a bold and youthful interpretation of what Hummer means in a slightly more civil package. Available with 3 packages, the base equipment package, the Adventure Series, and the Luxe Series, the H2 fills a niche in the high-end SUV market that until now has gone untended. For those seeking uncompromising luxury and pure, unadulterated off-road capability, the H2 hits a dead-on bullseye. It's the antithesis of everything that's bland, soft, and unassertive in the market. Like the H1, it's a wolf in a field of sheep. It's just that this wolf went to finishing school. Welcome to the H2 Product Walkaround video, a program that explores the ins, outs, and ups and downs of this incredible new vehicle. To start things off, let's begin with the obvious, the way it looks. H2 stays true to Hummer's legendary form. The body is sharply chiseled, the windshield is straight, and Hummer's military heritage shines through in features such as recovery loops, round headlamps, and louvered grille. Hood lift handles, latches, and fasteners convey an added sense of functionality, while massive front and rear bumpers and large, sturdy mirrors communicate the vehicle's inherent toughness. The mirrors are heated and can be power folded against the body for protection. Black composite wheelhouse liners come standard to help dampen tire noise, and together with standard molded wheel flares, protect the body from splash, stone throws, and other flying debris. Special underbody protection is standard and includes skid plates, ladder-type tubular steel, and unique rocker panel protectors. This protection not only enhances off-road performance, it helps define H2's rugged character.
Like the H1, this vehicle is built to be a serious off-road performer. So that's why we reinforce the undercarriage with extensive underbody protection. A thick stamped aluminum front engine shield runs from right beneath the front bumper all the way back to the transmission. From there, a 1-inch diameter tubular steel shield protects the transmission and the catalytic converters. Protecting the transfer case is a flexible shield made of high tensile strength galvanized steel. Even the fuel tank has its own shield. It's made of a heavy plastic that's designed to absorb abrasions and hits that would otherwise damage the tank. Features that you won't find on many competitors, if any, are H2's standard rocker panel protectors. They bolt right through the frame and run along each side of the vehicle to protect the lower body and door panels against rocks, stumps, or whatever else you encounter off-road.
Dimensionally, H2's imposing form yields an amazing degree of function. It has the widest track among key competitors, yet can easily fit into a standard-size garage. This wide track provides outstanding stability in the corners and when bounding off-road. In the rough stuff, lots of ground clearance and steep approach and departure angles will definitely pay dividends. The steeper the angles, the bigger the obstacle the vehicle can climb. Steep angles also minimize the likelihood of front and rear end damage during such maneuvers. With 10 inches of ground clearance and segment-best approach and departure angles, the H2 will be able to surmount boulders, steps, logs, and other obstacles that would otherwise stop the competition in their tracks. Underlying H2's remarkable form is a strong body and frame that's heavily reinforced. Two-sided galvanized steel body panels resist corrosion, and thick door panels provide outstanding dent resistance and overall body strength. The ladder-type frame is a 3-piece fully welded design. The front section is hydroformed for added strength. The midsection has a stamped steel box area that helps minimize vibrations to the cabin. And the rear is hydroformed and heavily reinforced for 8,600 pounds GVWR. Together, the 3 modular sections provide a solid foundation for outstanding off-road performance, as well as a refined, comfortable ride on pavement.
The frame is where it all starts for H2, so obviously it has to be strong. We made sure it is. It incorporates a number of hydroformed components that provide outstanding strength, stiffness, and dimensional accuracy for H2's chassis. It also has some built-in features that help set H2 apart. In the rear, there's an integral trailer hitch receiver that comes with a standard Class 3 hitch. And in the front, we've included a standard winch receiver. This is a GM first. The receiver can handle an optional 9,000-pound capacity winch. Plus, it can be fitted with a trailer hitch. Boat owners will find this appealing. Now, instead of having to maneuver in reverse down a boat ramp, they can mount the hitch in the front and push the boat into the water going forward, a much easier procedure.
Helping keep the H2 firmly grounded is a highly robust and sophisticated chassis. An independent torsion bar suspension is featured in front, and the standard rear suspension is a 5-link trailing arm design with coil springs. Both the front and rear include stabilizer bars that help reduce body sway in turns. And the rear suspension has a solid rear axle that helps optimize articulating during off-road operation. Included with the Adventure Series package is the rear self-leveling air spring suspension. It's also available as a separate option. It offers a smooth on-road ride, expanded wheel travel, and automatic load leveling that adjusts to cargo load. What's more, at the push of a button, the driver can raise the height at the rear of the vehicle when extra ground clearance is needed, then lower the vehicle after he crosses the obstacle. Punctuating H2's silhouette are the largest wheels and tires of any light-duty GM truck. 17-inch forged aluminum wheels with all-terrain tires are standard. The tires have triple sidewalls for added strength and rim protection that prevents tire slippage during low-inflation off-road maneuvers. Whether on or off-road, H2's tires have an appetite for the challenging and are as impressive in the corners as they are chewing through a rocky landscape.
H2's front suspension uses torsion bars and high-strength gas-charged shocks to absorb bumps and control jounce and rebound. The result is an impressive ride both on and off-road. Plus, to make off-road driving more comfortable, the front shocks have a large 40mm center tube and a secondary integral bump stop feature. The rear suspension features a standard 5-link trailing arm configuration which has variable rate coil springs. On hard pavement, their low or soft spring rate provides a nice, comfortable ride. But when road conditions start to vary, the springs adjust accordingly to provide excellent ride characteristics and good handling. The optional air suspension uses shocks that provide an additional 20mm of rebound travel over the standard coil spring suspension. This helps to maintain wheel contact with the ground as the vehicle goes over bumps, rocks, mounds, and other types of undulating terrain. Another feature of this suspension is auto load leveling. If the owner loads up the rear of the vehicle, the suspension will detect the drop in ride height and pump more air into the springs to restore a level condition. So what happens is that the vehicle pretty much stays at the optimum level at all times. Height elevation selection is a definite plus, especially off-road. If the H2 is in the 4-low transfer case mode, the driver can raise the rear suspension by about 2 inches using the ride height switch on the instrument panel. This not only adds clearance at the rear of the vehicle, it also increases the rear departure angle. And remember, the steeper the angle, the less chance of damaging, in this case, the rear of the vehicle, when coming off of an obstacle. Once the obstacle is cleared, the driver can return the system back to normal. It's also important to note that anytime the vehicle exceeds 20 miles per hour, the system will restore the suspension to its standard height. Plus, at freeway speeds, it will lower the rear end slightly to further improve stability. With features and benefits like these, the optional air spring suspension should no doubt be a big hit with off-road enthusiasts.
Under H2's hood lurks a Vortex 6000 6-liter V8 engine that pumps out 316 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. The engine mates to a heavy-duty 4L65E 4-speed automatic transmission that together provides smooth launches, respectable offline acceleration, and incredible pulling power. When properly equipped, the H2 can tow up to 6,500 pounds. Plus, with the standard tow-haul mode selected, the transmission will employ a shift schedule that's more suitable to trailering operation. Just keep in mind that to select tow-haul, the transfer case has to be in 4-high open or 4-high lock.
H2's engine uses a new Hitachi throttle body as part of its precise electronic throttle control system, or ETC. ETC is a drive-by-wire system that provides a highly sophisticated and comprehensive way of controlling throttle position. It employs a specially designed throttle progression that allows the driver to precisely control engine speed, and as a result, the vehicle over very rough terrain. It's automatically engaged when the transfer case is in 4 low.
H2 has a sophisticated 4-wheel drive transfer case with 5 modes of operation to adapt to the road ahead, or in many cases, the lack thereof. 4-high open is for normal, everyday driving on dry road surfaces at any speeds. In this mode, the transfer case is unlocked, providing a 40-60 torque split front to rear. 4-high locked is for semi-slippery surfaces like snow, light sand, and wet surfaces. This selection locks out the transfer case differential, providing a 50-50 torque split front to rear, forcing the front and rear output shafts to rotate at exactly the same speed. 4-low locked is for severe off-pavement use. Besides locking the front and rear output shafts together, 4-low locked provides an added gear reduction for significantly more torque. For even more traction in 4-low, the driver can engage the Eaton electronic rear differential. Doing so locks the rear axle shafts together so that they rotate at exactly the same speed. The result is optimum slow speed capability for climbing over large rocks or up long, steep grades. The 5th transfer case mode is neutral. To select, simultaneously press the 4-low locked and 4-high open buttons and hold for 10 seconds. Use neutral when you need to flat tow the H2 behind another vehicle. Adding to the overall sense of 4-wheel drive control is a highly developed 4-channel anti-lock braking and traction control system. Besides providing enhancing stopping performance on slippery surfaces, the ABS can detect and adjust its braking capabilities to rough off-road surfaces like gravel and potholes to derive the best braking solution possible. The traction control system, on the other hand, uses the brakes to keep the vehicle moving forward. When it detects wheel slip, it applies the brake to the slipping wheel, effectively transferring engine power to the wheels with traction. In fact, as many as 3 wheels can have virtually no traction, and the system will still get enough torque out of the 4th wheel to propel the truck up a 10% grade. Impressive? Yes, but it gets even better. A 2nd traction control mode, TC2, is available whenever the transfer case is in a locked mode. TC2 frees up the traction control system to provide more wheel slip on loose or deformable road surfaces like sand. H2's combination of traction control modes, transfer case modes, and rear differential selections provides a degree of on- and off-road versatility that is simply unprecedented.
Traction is vital to off-road operation. So with H2, we've gone above and beyond to ensure that the driver can keep the vehicle moving. Naturally, with its full-time 4-wheel drive, it has 4-high open, 4-high locked, and 4-low locked. Those are givens. But we've also added an electronic locking rear differential to the mix. Combined with 4-low lock, a locked rear differential allows H2 to traverse off-road terrain that approaches the extreme. Traction control and TC2 further augment this vehicle's capabilities, providing single-wheel capability. You essentially only need 1 wheel with traction to keep the vehicle moving forward. On soft surfaces like sand, wheel slip is the norm rather than the exception. As such, normal traction control operation gets pushed to its limits. By selecting TC2, however, you allow the system to provide more wheel slip. This improves performance by enabling the driver to kind of paddle through the sand. TC2 and H2's other various traction generating systems add up to some impressive capabilities. The H2 can climb a 16-inch vertical wall, navigate a 60% grade, traverse a 40% side slope, and operate in up to 20 inches of water. Those are some significant competitive advantages.
Inside, H2 provides new levels of refinement not previously found in anything that approaches this vehicle's capacity for superior off-road performance. The interior is roomy, comfortable, and luxurious, with standard seating for 5 and optional seating for 6. Leg, head, and shoulder room are plentiful, and the truck's upright design, reduced tumble home, and wide door openings allow easy access. Cushy cloth seats are standard, the material of choice for off-roaders. For added posh, leather seating surfaces are optional and come with heated seats. The heated seats feature includes 3 temperature settings for front seat backs and cushions, as well as heated cushions for second-row occupants. Both leather-trimmed and cloth front seats include standard power operation and memory settings for 2 drivers. The front seat cushions can be moved fore and aft, and the front and rear of the cushions can be moved up and down independently. The seat backs have power recline and 4-way power lumbar. In the second row, the 60-40 split row seats have a fold-out armrest with 2 cup holders, and the seats themselves can fold down to make room for additional cargo. In the rear, a third-row seat for 1 adult is optional and has a cup holder. When cargo takes priority, it folds down or can be completely removed.
Interior comfort and convenience were given an extremely high priority for H2. We had to raise the bar, so to speak, and meet every need of the most discriminating customer. The seats are one of many examples. We've purposefully made the cushions wide, long, and thick. It wasn't enough to satisfy most people. We strove to hit the mark with everyone.
Outstanding function and beautiful form typify H2's instrument panel design. The cluster features distinctive white-faced gauges with black letters that at night light up in alluring teal. The smart IP layout helps the driver to instantly recognize crucial operating data and features switch controls for the transfer case, traction control system, locking rear differential, and optional height-adjustable rear suspension. Adding a hint of H1's rugged character are features such as large round vents, metallic trim, and an aircraft-style shifter. A standard dual-zone automatic climate control system provides fast heat-ups and cool-downs for near immediate comfort and allows up to a 30-degree differential between zones for maximum ambient personalization. A Bose audio system is standard and features a single-disc CD player, cassette player, radio data system technology or RDS, and a digital signal processing amplifier that tailors output to one of 4 modes. 9 Bose speakers are strategically located to immerse occupants in concert hall-like sound. And for greater listening convenience, a 6-disc single-slot front-loading CD player is included with the Adventure Series and Lux Series. Second-row occupants also have a say in music selection, courtesy of standard rear audio controls. Using the headphone jacks, for example, they can jam to the latest rap, while those in the front groove to classic jazz.
H2's audio system is state-of-the-art. Besides the ultimate in sound quality, all of our radios come with RDS technology. RDS will allow the user to search stations by type: classical, rock, country, news, talk, and more. Plus, they'll be able to hear important traffic and weather alerts.
Centrally located, the standard Driver Information Center allows for 2 separate driver memory and personalization settings, as well as warnings for up to 28 specific vehicle functions. It also includes computer calculations for a wealth of travel information, such as fuel data, estimated range, and average fuel economy. An optional sunroof provides one-touch access to the sun, stars, and moon. But don't be surprised if the sky looks a little bigger. This is the largest sunroof ever offered by GM. Other cool amenities include a side window defogging system and a passenger side mirror with curb assist. During parallel parking maneuvers, the driver can program the mirror to tilt down for a better view of the curb. H2 comes powered up with a cigarette lighter and 2 power points on the center stack, 2 power points at the rear of the center console, plus a power point that's accessible at the tailgate. Numerous stowage compartments can be found throughout the cabin as well. The glove box is large. There's a wide locking center console with 2 large cup holders and a deep storage bin. The second row seat has a fold-out armrest with 2 cup holders. Deep map pockets run the length of the front and rear doors. The overhead console can store sunglasses and a garage door opener. And in the cargo area, there are cargo area stowage bins and a cup holder. Of course, the biggest stowage area is the cargo area itself. It can hold 86.6 cubic feet of stuff, or up to 2,200 pounds of payload. A powerful air compressor is accessible from the tailgate when equipped with the optional air suspension. By attaching the included air hose, occupants can blow up sporting goods, beach toys, and even the vehicle's tires. To do all 4 tires takes less than 25 minutes. A full-size spare tire mounts inside the cargo area, making it readily accessible. It includes a tire cover with a large pocket that's great for storing toys, maps, gloves, and more.
A lot of questions have been asked about the spare tire. Why did we mount it inside? Did we consider an underbody or tailgate mount? Well, let me tell you, there are a lot of good reasons we put it right where it is. First, there's accessibility. Imagine getting a flat when you're knee-deep in mud. An underbody mount won't be much help. Also, an underbody mount takes away from ground clearance, which is extremely important for the H2. The story is similar for a tailgate mount. Besides taking away from the vehicle's departure angle, it impairs rearward visibility. Off-road enthusiasts told us that the inside location is what they most prefer.
Numerous safety and security features add the necessary peace of mind to make getting there even more enjoyable. Here again, it starts with the frame. Impressive frame strength combined with high body strength and the sheer size of the vehicle go a long way toward protecting passengers. Among the contributing factors are large, hefty bumpers, safety cage construction, an energy-absorbing front-end crash joint, an integral welded-on front-end structure, and extraordinarily thick one-piece steel door frames. Driver and front passenger frontal airbags are standard, but when necessary, the passenger side airbag can be disabled. The airbags work together with seat-mounted lap and shoulder belts to provide added protection in front impacts. The belts to seats design keeps the belts in an ideal position, regardless of where the seats are moved. They also supply enhanced comfort to both large and small passengers. Speaking of features that deliver comfort and safety, 4-way adjustable headrests come standard and are featured in the front and second rows. Also standard are secondary audio controls on the steering wheel. They help the driver to adjust the sound system without having to divert attention from the road ahead. Other features that play in H2's comprehensive safety equation are standard daytime running lamps with automatic headlamp control, inside and outside electrochromic rearview mirrors, power folding heated outside mirrors, and optional first aid kit, toolkit, and portable lamp. Finally, there's OnStar, your personal safety, security, and communications assistant. A 1-year safe and sound package is standard. Hands-free personal calling, virtual advisor, and premium service packages are available.
Braking is certainly a key safety component, so it should be no surprise that we've developed a highly sophisticated system. Our ABS can detect rough road surfaces and respond accordingly. On gravel roads, for example, the system lets the wheels slip a little more, allowing the wheels to dig deeper and build up a gravel wedge in front of them to help slow the vehicle. The system also recognizes potholes and prevents the ABS from continually repeating its cycle of applying and depressurizing the brakes. While passive safety is definitely important, the best way to guarantee your safety is to simply avoid an accident. The H2 has a lot of technology in place to help you do just that. Things like full-time four-wheel drive with several mode selections, a compliant chassis system that delivers sure-footed handling and control, single-wheel capable traction control, and ABS. All these systems combine to deliver optimum accident avoidance capability across a full spectrum of driving conditions.
Like the flagship H1, the Hummer H2 is the real off-road McCoy. But as we've extensively demonstrated, it has a level of refinement that makes it just as comfortable cruising the streets of Beverly Hills. At its foundation, the H2 is versatile. It has the power, performance, technology, amenities, comfort, safety, and luxury to be whatever the interested buyer wants it to be. And along those lines, buyers can choose from a full range of accessories to make their H2 uniquely their own. Examples include U-steps, front brush guard, roof-mounted luggage and gear basket, taillight guards, and off-road lights. So a new chapter in Hummer's history now begins. Fasten your seatbelts. Hummer, like nothing else.